His only change in his starting 11 for 5 matches, and only because Tommy McIntyre has failed to recover from an injury sustained last week. So Gareth Evans comes in with Brian Hamilton wearing number 5. But we'll have to wait and see who actually plays in central defence beside Gordon Hunter. And with John Burridge out of favour, Chris Reid continues in goal. The under-21 international has only managed 3 shutouts in his 13 appearances this season, but his overall performances have been increasingly impressive. And the only major stars not available for selection by Walter Smith are skipper Richard Gough, a long-term absentee, and Ian Ferguson, still out with a hand injury. But the strength of the squad is surely reflected by the quality of the substitutes, internationals Ian Durrant and Peter Houstra. And the latest boost is the return of Gary Stevens in time for a hectic spell of matches. He damaged the knee against Airdrie on the 1st of December, but he's back today for only his 5th appearance of the season. And the referee this afternoon is Mr. Sandy Roy, a chartered surveyor from Aberdeen. He's in his 11th season as a Grade 1 official. Conditions much more conducive to good football, although there is a strong breeze blowing down the field. The surface itself is excellent, and there's Andy Gorham taking advantage of the breeze there with that clearance. So I can tell you immediately that the central defensive partner for Gordon Hunter is Pat McGinley. So something of a surprise perhaps, that selection. But there's McCoist, the first snap chance of the match, and McCoist again showing he's in the mood, although he was offside when he went on to that. But as the ball was played through here by Mikhalichenko, the linesman's flag on the near side was up as that back heeler fell into the path of McCoist, with Hafley clearly offside. Brian Hamilton comes across, neat sidestep there. This is Mitchell. Gareth Evans with the header. Led away by Robertson from Mikhalichenko. McCoy's tackled quickly there by Orr. The result is a Rangers throw, taken there by Robertson. There's Hafley, and now Stephen. McCall to Stevens. Clearance from McGinley. Awkward there for McPherson, he did well, and Darren Jackson took a head knock there as he challenged the Rangers centre-half. It's played on there for McCoist! And Hafley providing the service for McCoist, but for once the country's leading marksman misses. Well, it really was an excellent move that from Rangers. As Gary Stevens slided the ball forward, Hafley helped it on. There was McCoist, he got to the head of Chris Reid, but the approaching goalkeeper put McCoist off, I think. Well, Mark Hafley's contribution there, a warning for Hibs. Jackson looking for Wright. McLeod offers himself short. That's good play by Mitchell, supporting from the back, making the extra man coming forward, linking well with Evans. Good defending by McCall. Now Hamilton closed down well by Robertson. Hafley turning well, but it was well read by Hunter. Back with Mikhalichenko and McCall. There's Gordon. Brown. Time here for Mitchell. Oh, hefty collision in the middle of the field there. The two heads collided accidentally. Martha McLeod and Dale Gordon. So both physios come racing on. Well, Dale Gordon had stumbled after the first challenge, and then the heads collided there. That was a very bad collision. Dale Gordon, to his credit, checking on the damage. Well, he's been in with Frank Bruno, it would appear. Well, the breeze stiffening there, you could tell from Chris Reid's kick out, held up in the wind. Here's Mikhalichenko. Robertson has gone sprinting forward. This is McCall. And McCoist. All within the eye for goal. It's his 33rd match of the season. He's only drawn a blank 10 times, and he scored a total of 37. And this is the kind of eye for goal which has produced that incredible record. Well brought down, first time shot just wide of the target. Mother McLeod now is being taken across to the touchline. Clearly Hibs are anxious about the damage. Stuart Colley, the physio, trying to suggest to Mother McLeod that discretion is the better part of valour, and off he goes, at least for the moment. Up goes Keith Wright. Here's Jackson. Hamilton. Too long for Wright. So Hibs continuing for the moment with 10. And I don't see too much prospect of McLeod returning with that face damage. Great pass from Hateley. Changing the point of the attack with one sweeping pass. David Robertson going forward. Well, he certainly has been encouraged by Rangers to go racing forward on the left flank at every opportunity. Chance now for Hibs to bring on Willie Miller. Miller will have his instructions. He may well go to right back and reorganise with Neil Orr in central defence. Perhaps Pat McGinley may push into midfield. Well, it's not entirely clear as yet what message has been conveyed by Miller. Put up there by Hamilton as he challenged Hateley. And a genuine chance here for Rangers from the set piece, wind assisted. So every Hibs player back facing the ball now. Mikhailchenko could be the player to strike this, or David Robertson, left-footed. Across it goes to John Brown. Very good goalkeeping that by Chris Reid. McCoy's closing in on him rapidly. Goal was set up for a left foot effort at goal, but Rangers deceiving him, sending it all the way across to John Brown, who struck that very well indeed. It's very well handled. Here's Weir. That's great play by Mickey Weir. Wonderful trickery inside the box from Weir, taking on Mikhailchenko and Stevens. Remember, two international players here, completely deceived by the craft of Mickey Weir. Look at the way he attacks these two players. Mikhailchenko is first, Stevens is second, and the shot goes wide. This is David Robertson. An awkward one there, and the goalkeeper stayed on his line. Well, Chris Reid made up his mind to stay on the goal line, and some of his defensive teammates disagree with him clearly. The ball coming across the 6-yard box. I think in reflection, Chris Reid may think that he should have come for this. His defenders thought he would, but he stayed back. There's the confusion, and the ball bounced harmlessly away. Here's Evans screening the ball from McPherson. The challenge there came from Dale Gordon. That's a corner kick to Hibs. Evans satisfied there with the return for his efforts, I've no doubt. Rangers have pulled everyone back to the penalty area to defend, including McCoy, Stan Hateley. Put in low by Weir. Ball is still in play. And a collision there between McCoy, Stan McGinley. Free kick to Rangers, taken quickly. Here's Trevor Stevens. He's away from Miller. This is Robertson. Mikhailchenko trying the first time effort. There's Hateley! Rangers take the lead. A fine sweeping counter-attack. And Hateley celebrating a goal which has been a long time coming. This ball fighted in by David Robertson. Took a deflection off Evans. That allowed Mikhailchenko to have a swipe and goal. But look at the composure here, shown by Mark Hateley. One touch to control it and one to finish it. And that's goal number 16 of the season for Hateley. Well, a bit of fortune with the way in which the ball arrived initially at Mikhailchenko, then some fortune with the way he missed it, but great finishing then by Hateley. Well, that goal for Rangers coming in 43 minutes. important time. And a savage blow to Hibs. Miller playing it along. Off goes Keith Wright. Preston's there first. Well, Hibs, I'm sure, will be reflecting also on the fact that Rangers goal came as a direct result of a very poor corner kick from Mickey Weir when Hibs were on the attack. Brown's headed away. There's Mikhalichenko. There's Jackson. Well, not the same joy as he had against Dundee United a couple of weeks ago. He rifled one in from a little bit further out. The same goal. Mikhalichenko's layoff went astray, straight to Jackson. Took it on the volley. Back to Brown. And the end of a very interesting first half, with Rangers holding all that territorial advantage, but only the goal from Mark Hateley to show for all that. And it came at a time, 2 minutes from half-time, where it appeared as though Hibs had survived playing up the hill against the wind, but then Trevor Steven broke in a counter-attack after a poor corner from Mickey Weir. David Robertson had the chance here to flight the ball in. It came off Gareth Evans. Mikhalichenko swiped and missed, but then deadly finishing by Mark Hateley, and that's the goal which makes the half-time score Hibs 0, Rangers 1. So Warner McLeod back in the Hibs dugout with that face damage, a black eye. Looks as though he's come out of the boxing ring. Well, the pattern of play could certainly change in this second period. Rangers had all the territorial advantage, as you would expect, playing down the slope with the wind behind. So Hibs have these advantages now, and they also have a goal to retrieve, the goal scored by Mark Hateley just before half-time. But goals have certainly been a problem in matches between these sides this season. It's the third game in the league, and first was a 0-0 draw here at Easter Road, as David Robertson tidies up ahead of Gareth Evans. And a sliding challenge by Evans, giving the free kick to Rangers. The second game back in October, won by 1-0 at Ibrox by Rangers. Challenged by Hunter. It's McCall. McGinley standing his ground well against McCoist. No way inside there for Jackson. Here's Stuart McCall. Stevens. McCoist. Finding it away from McGinley. Pass goes astray. Determined play there by Trevor Steven, but it's Hibs who come clear. Willie Miller's tackle on Stevens. Releasing Keith Wright. Here's Jackson. Evans is free on the right. Neil Orr goes outside him. It's good attacking play this from Hibs. Cross not good enough though to get beyond John Brown. Evans has a second chance. That's for Weir. Oh, it's great play by Weir, and a fine tackle by Stuart McCall in the end. And McCall reacting superbly there to Mickey Weir's electric little turn. Well, the ball played forward very well indeed here by Gareth Evans. He saw the run made by Mickey Weir. Now he's very quick at spinning here and turning. McCall recovering so quickly. Evans. The run away from David Robertson, and that's not easy. Go back so quick. Now Miller playing wide in the left side of the midfield now. The attack breaks down, allowing Rangers to try to come forward on the counter. Good play again from Hibs though. Hamilton to Weir. Here's Orr. Weir wants it back. Orr uses him as a decoy and flights the ball in. And a header on comes off the post. Well, Goro was caught clearly there in two minds as that ball was angled in on goal. Keith Wright's touch deceived them all. Good play this from Neil Orr, flighting it across. Wright got that touch, it came off the post and the keeper knocked it behind. Well, let off undoubtedly for Rangers and for Andy Gorham. Weir's corner. Goes Mitchell. Person back defending. This is Orr. Hunter. Orr again. Here's Evans. Gordon Hunter stayed forward, that's a good cross. In goes Keith Wright again. Well, showing tremendous menace in the air, Keith Wright, for the second time inside a minute. The ball played into space there well by Orr for Evans. He had support behind from Hunter. Now look at the way Wright gets in here ahead of Andy Gorham. Stephen, fine play. Misunderstanding there. Stephen thought he had a colleague behind him. Hibs on the move now with Evans to Jackson. Face here by John Brown. Cross it goes to Miller. Back into the area. There's Jackson! The best chance of the match so far for Hibs. Coming in the back of a splendid move. And Darren Jackson, I'm sure, can't believe it. Well, Willie Miller flighted this ball in. It went over the head of John Brown. Controlled well by Jackson. And I thought Andy Gorham made a brilliant save there, but the goal kick was given. Well, will that have an inspirational or a deflating effect on Hibs? It'll be interesting to see how they react to that. It really was a wonderful opportunity to go level. They've missed it. And they will either redouble their efforts or slump here. It looks as though they're even more fired up, though. Brown forced to loft the ball out of play. Here's Jackson again. Back with Hamilton, charged down by McCall. Mitchell playing it in. There's Keith Wright. A chance on again for Jackson. Sensibly back across the face of the goal. Oh, was that a pass back? It looked as though Brown had intercepted that. Well, referee waving play on here as Gorham sends the ball out. Remember, it's got to go back deliberately from a defender. From his foot. The chant going up for the high D's as Wright springs the offside trap. Jackson waits in the middle with Evans. There's Keith Wright. And once again, Jackson has missed. Pull up in front of goal. And this burst of attacking play from him, bringing Walter Smith from the director's box to the dugout. But what a great ball it was from Keith Wright. Jackson was there on his own, and still he couldn't find the net. Well, Rangers undoubtedly living very dangerously now. Hibs are in full cry. Can they maintain this momentum? Robertson's clearance. Here's Hamilton. Good play from Miller. Striding away from Stevens. Cross is well held there by Andy Gorham, but no one made a near post run. Darren Jackson, I can tell you, is still suffering from the effects of those two misses. Beating the ground in frustration there a moment ago. Well, the singing coming from the Hibs supporters, thoroughly justified. There's Jackson's header. Here's Keith Wright. Jackson again, trying once more. That's deflected. This time he has a corner. Well, no one more anxious to score than Darren Jackson. He still can't believe these two misses. Takes this pass inside from Keith Wright, sets himself, came off John Brown. Still danger here for Gorham. Played away by Stevens. Here's Weir once more, attempting a rash tackle, but McCoy stood up well there. Frustration on the face of Mickey Weir. The kind of situation where Ali McCoy might easily have lunged in like a forward and given away a penalty, but he stood up well. Still the pressure can remain on the Rangers defence. We are robbed very well indeed by Trevor Stephen. Well, what irony there would be if Rangers could break away here and score a second. Certainly not what Hibs deserve. Here's Hadley again. Gary Stevens. This is Gordon. Back now with Stevens. McCoist. Snap chance there at the edge of the area for Trevor Stephen. He couldn't keep the shot down. Further area around that 18-yard line. So a rare attack in the second half from Rangers. Gary Stevens playing it in there. McCoist trying to give the shooting chance to Stephen. He made good position for that. Forward again, there's John Brown and McPherson, but Evans is stolen in there. Excellent goalkeeping again from Andy Gorham. The picture of calmness in the Rangers goal. With a misunderstanding here in the defence between Brown and McPherson. Evans sees the opportunity here, trying to pull it across in front of Gorham. Pass this time, catches Keith Wright offside. And these look very dangerous indeed up front for Hibs. Jackson being in good shooting form. Hibs would have been in front by now. Miller and Hibs together. Breaks here for Brian Hamilton. The gap it goes. Wright takes over. Jackson again waits in the middle. Here's Keith Wright. And headed behind by John Brown as Gorham threw himself full length for that. Well, he brought the ball inside to his weaker foot, the right. Keith Wright, but the shot not able to challenge Andy Gorham because of the interception made by Brown. Corner, it's helped on there, the chance is on! It's Pat McGinley for Hibs! A goal which is richly deserved, but Hibs are back on level terms. .69 minutes of the match gone, Mickey Weir's corner, a very good head flick on there at the near post by Graham Mitchell, and in goes McGinley for the killer finish. Well, it's certainly no more than Hibs deserve for their recent spell of attacking play. Pat McGinley deserting his central defensive role for that set piece. Takes full advantage. Rangers coming back though. There's Gordon Hunter. Breaks back to Stephen. And there's the goal for Rangers. A superb strike by Trevor Stephen. Carefully directed into the corner. Well, what incredible action now. Stuart McCall wafting the ball forward. Problems for Hibs defence that appear to be cleared up there as Mitchell played the ball away. But there was Stephen to steer the ball right and off the post beyond Chris Reed. Well, I don't know if Hibs can believe this. What a match. Hibs who thought they had rightfully quality, now at a goal behind again, facing Hadley on the run. A very good tackle there by Mitchell, and the corner kick has been given. Two goals in a minute. Still Rangers have the advantage. Noise now coming from the Rangers supporters. Just about their first attempt in goal in the second half. That goal from Stephen. Garichenko angling the ball in. McCall's return pass. Chenko has Trevor Steven available on his left foot. That's deflected. It was very close. Indeed, I wonder if Steven's shot, had it not been cut off, might well have troubled Chris Reed. There's Chenko. Steven again finding space at the edge of the area. Hit that extremely well. Chenko with a corner. Hately gets up. The goal for Rangers. The Mark Hately special. And suddenly the match is drifting away from Hibs. 72 minutes gone. The third goal in 3 minutes. And look at the way Hately climbs for this. Gets in front of the defenders and bullets the ball home. The second of the match for Hately. And what an incredible burst of scoring play. Evans towards rear. It's won well in midfield by McCall. That's his strength for Rangers. Here's McCoist. And the man offside is Mark Hately, although the ball was played across there by Mitchell. That's why the referee has ignored the flag. Well, the flag is still up. But it came off a defender. There's McCoist. That's well saved by Reed. Under Hibs' defence in disarray because they were conscious of the flag being up on the far side. But the referee is explaining that it was Graham Mitchell who's played the ball towards Hately, and that left the Rangers player onside. There's Jackson, still smarting, I've no doubt, by those misses. Really concerned that the game stays this way to the end. He's wondering if it will be a bit different. He's been able to take advantage of these two great chances. Moore plays it in. Breaks back there towards Evans. It's scrambled away by Trevor Steven. And then by Brown. Jackson holding off Brown. Back with Orr. Miller challenging. Here's Weir. That's for Keith Wright. Gary Stevens is there. And Keith Wright could manage it. Turned in this time by Jackson. He's made it at last. And Hibs are right back in the game. Quite incredible entertainment here at Easter Road. And Hibs are certainly good value for this. When you look at the miss that Keith Wright has before Jackson scores, it really is remarkable. Putting pressure on there, the ball broke off David Robertson, a miss kick completely by Wright. And broke there off Andy Gorham, and there was Darren Jackson on the tight angle to rifle the ball home. So 3-2 the Rangers now. Is there more to come? Just about every attack that Rangers have had in the second half has produced a goal. And that really amounts to 2 attacks and 2 goals so far. So here's another chance. Corner kick by Chenko. It's back out with Trevor Steven! Inches wide of the post. Well, Trevor Steven almost getting his second goal of the match here. Look at the accuracy in this shot. It appeared to be going into the post and just slid past. Space now from Houstra. Gary Stevens breaks on the right through the middle, goes to McCoy. This could tie it up. A brilliant finish from McCoist. And that surely will settle it. The Hibs defence opened up by the through ball. Trevor Steven brought the ball from that defensive position, held it up, looked for Houstra inside. Look at the quality of this pass from Peter Houstra. Through the gap it goes, and McCoist at his very be booked for that. Well, the Rangers players didn't appreciate that at all. The playmaker, Trevor Stephen, taken out of the play by Hamilton. The pass was released, then the tackle came in. That's what's upset the referee. It's a booking for Brian Hamilton. Let's hope this is not as serious as it would appear. He's had his injury problems already this season, Trevor Stephen, and that certainly looks ominous. It gives Ian Durrant the chance for a run out in the last few minutes of the match. Gary Stevens forced to hurry, turn it behind for a corner. Maybe the last chance of the match for Hibs to snatch one back. Points certainly appear to be heading for Ibrox, but Hibs looking for another goal. Mitchell helps it on. And a great save on the line, but it's McGinley who thumps the ball home in the 90th minute of the match. The second of the game, and chances were going all the time inside the area there. Mickey Weir fighting the ball in. It was again Mitchell's presence which caused the problem. The problem there to Keith Wright had brought up that magnificent save initially from Gorham, but McGinley was on the rebound. And 4-3 is the score. We've had 6 goals in the second half, but in the end it's Rangers who collect the points in the most sensational second half that we've seen in the Premier Division for a very long time. Mark Hateley was the scorer of a goal just before half-time, and then the goal which put Rangers 3-1 ahead. Mally McCoist effectively got the winner when he made it 4-2 5 minutes from time. But in the midst of all that, Hibs also found the net 3 times. 2 from Pat McGinley, 1 from Darren Jackson, and Trevor Stephen got the odd goal out there for Rangers to put them back into the lead after McGinley's equaliser. It was quite incredible entertainment. Hibs losing some of the defensive discipline in the second half, and yet so much of the play, but Rangers conceding more chances than I can recall for a very long time. It's Hibernian 3, Rangers 4. Lots of goals, Walter, but tell us first about Trevor Stephen, his injury.
Trevor took a knock in the thigh, a similar injury to Richard Goff's, but I don't think it's quite as bad as Richard's was, and hopefully he'll make Tuesday's game okay.
What about the game overall? What was your reaction?
Exciting game today. First half I felt that we dominated most of the play and had and deserved to be up at half time. We could have actually had more than our one, but credit to Hibs, they came back in the second half and they dominated in a manner that we did in the first half. And although we got 3 goals, Hibs put us under a great deal of pressure, some great saves from Andy Gorham to actually keep us in the game. So after coming out a 3-week break, we were happy to be playing, but obviously we have to brush up our defending.
Well, there's some concern because it seems to me that more chances were created against your defence this afternoon than I can recall for a long time. Does that bother you?
It always bothers a manager when you lose goals, lose like 3. It's very unusual for us to lose that amount of goals. But it was the type of game it was today. Our lads know they can do better than they did today, and I'm sure they will do.
Alec, you're obviously disappointed to lose the match, but what was your reaction to the Hibs performance overall?
Well, I felt in the second half our performance was of the high standard. Rangers are a quality side, and they were disappointed in the loss of the points, but in saying that, the performance from the players was excellent.
At the start of that second half, would you consider that Hibs played as well as you had them play this season?
Oh, definitely. I think the fans that were here today, the Rangers fans especially as well, must have saw that we posed Rangers a lot of problems. And their quality of player at the end of the day took them out, and that's the finishing with McCoist and Hateley. If they weren't so good finishers, I think we would have won the game today.
Did you find that a bit dull and boring, Ali, this afternoon?
Second half, didn't get too many kicks of the ball second half, but the second half I thought was a great game to watch, as I did most of the watching, but I think both sets of fans were quite happy with the entertainment they got.
Do you recall Rangers though having as many problems as that in any one match for a long time?
No, I can't. Possibly the Dundee game up at Dens where we didn't defend well. The defenders will probably give me a stick tomorrow. But I don't think we defended well, especially corners against. That's something we'll work on over the next couple of days. But all credit to Hibs, they certainly put us under a lot of pressure.
From your own point of view, you didn't have a lot to do in that second half, in all honesty. What about the winning goal?
It was a great ball from Peter Eustra. Peter sees things very, very early. And as soon as he got the ball, I knew that he was going to thread the ball through, and to his credit he did. just toe poked it by the keeper. I was very pleased because, as you say, I wasn't having a lot to do in the second half.